seen something so cute you want to die? Hey y'all, I'm Kat. I'm new. And I like really cute things. So I went down the YouTube rabbit hole, as one does, and I came across Mossery. If you don't know what they are a stationery brand. They do these really cute little folios and customized like journal covers. You can get sketchbooks, notepads, planners, you name it. They've got a version of it and they are so stinking cute. So here's the box. I took it out of the big box because, I mean, instant gratification. But it comes in this little guy with the Mossery logo there on the bottom. It is the perfect shade of coral. You will soon know that anything pink hued is my jam. And it's one of those little, you know, wraparound dudes. All right. And it's upside down. So we're just gonna, there we go. Here we go. That is the most perfect pink I've ever seen in my life. I would kill for it. Comes with a little card. Don't try to be someone else. You have your own uniqueness. Shucks. Thank you. And a code. Here is my notebook. I have 4 cats and I don't recommend it, but they are delights and treasures. So I am a crazy cat lady or just a cat lady, and I am unashamed in my love for the feline crew. I also have a dog, so you know, I love them all. I got the cat cover because look at them with their fat little faces and their bow ties. That one has a hat. So cute. You can get it personalized. And I have Cat Frau, which is one of my internet handles. It's a fun little play on words. If you're a language geek like me who studied German, it means Catwoman, but the cat is my name, not an actual cat. Anyway, so it has this pink cover and a pink strap with these little gromity dudes. Cats are on both sides. You have a little Mossery logo down here. And you can open it up and it is inside this little folio. So it's already comes placed in, has these little pockets for the arms, front, cover, I don't know, to go in. It is on both sides. Comes with a bookmark. And what's cool about these is even though it's tucked into this little cozy sweater of a cover, it does lie flat, and that is just the bee's knees for me. Inside is this creamy pale blue that is not quite the same as the little box it came in, but is still a really pretty muted color. Seafoam on the side, glued page right here, section for all your info. I will definitely not be putting my Facebook URL in any notebook I own. No one needs to see what I said in 2014, but if that's your jam, there you go. I do love this pinky red text. I am hard of seeing. My vision is really poor despite wearing glasses. It can only do so much, and sometimes really cute design choices do not work for me because I can't see, and a lot of times design seems to trump accessibility. This is a soapbox I will climb on and I will die on. Today is not the day, but I'm excited that even though I'm sitting up and looking down at my desk, I can read this, and I am definitely the type that has to hold a book 2 inches from her nose to read it. So that makes me pleased. We have a section for a self-portrait. I may or may partake in that. I'll have to do a pen test to see what kind of materials would work really well in it. But I think this is super cute. And then I can't see what it says in the upper corner, but it says, paste a favorite photo of yourself, list down your personality traits, describe the person you strive to become. So I like that they have an escape hatch if you're not artistic. You don't have to draw a portrait. You could use a picture, you could use words. That is really neat and considerate for the non-artistically inclined. An index, not gonna lie, never use these. Some sections for an inspiration board, films, songs, books, places, words to live by, role models, priorities, broken down into one big large square, two smaller squares, and then 4 even smaller rectangles. Organize your priorities in this space, beginning from the most important to the least. All right, we got a little visual cue, inverse pyramid stitch, your values and beliefs. Your values and beliefs will act as a guide to the decisions you make. What principles do you live by? I don't know, man. I'm working on that. I am 31 years old and I say on a daily basis, I don't know what I want to be when I grow up. Anyone else? Anyone else relate? Anyone else feeling that existential crisis as we hang out in year 2 of a global pandemic? Is it just me? Let me know. But I like that this is a check-in. You know, I just got this as a little doodle notebook because, one, I'm obsessed with notebooks. It's a problem. It has been since I was in grade school. I was definitely the kid that didn't want to use their stickers because they were too cute and didn't want to write in the notebook because it was precious. I am actively trying to work against that because I have a small collection of things and stationery and I want to use them because it sparks joy and Marie Kondo would be proud. You know, I'm using it. But I like that this is here because I just expected a dot grid notebook. Even though I Googled it intensely, I clearly missed some things. And then we have things to improve, change, or achieve. Ties in with the goal setting, kind of check in on your life. And it says, what are some things you would like to see yourself accomplish? Write down the steps you can take to realize them. I am big into goal setting. I have a whole bunch of exercises that I'm going to try to figure out how do I get more meaning out of my life? How do I feel more fulfilled and productive? And how do I do that for myself and not rely on the world to give me that, you know, because the world's pretty busy right now. Next, we have another note page, or not another, but a note page in that same kind of creamy grayish blue, front and back. And thus begins the grid. Uh-oh, mine, I don't know if you can see that, mine has some schmutz. It looks like someone was brushing their teeth and it got on my page. I don't know what that's about. I'll have to see if that bothers me enough to reach out to Mossery. These 2 pages are glued together, or this is kind of where the binding meets, because it's threaded. I can feel the threads, but there goes my dog. She heard a noise. That's where this notebook starts. And then we have this off-white, cool-ish tone. Yeah. All right, so little dot grids. They're very faint, which is a bit of a challenge for myself. Can you see those little dudes? They're there. It's a very light gray. If I hold it up, I can see them. They're lying flat. I can see them, but I wouldn't be able to just like eyeball following them. But I'm not a big user of grids and rulers. I'm more of a like, it's good enough. Not really in the details when it comes to journaling. Hence why I don't have a bullet journal, because not great for those who just wing it. At least not for me. So that's it. Just got a bunch of pages. Forget how many, but it's quite a few. And then your back cover, and voila. Sorry, it's covered in eraser shavings. My life's a mess. It's super cute. I'm not gonna pull it out, but I'm pretty sure the notebook itself is just like a slate gray, charcoal gray color. There's no decoration on it. What's that about? You know what that's about? I see a little line. Is it to put like a card? If I punch it, will I break it? I don't know. I will not touch it because I don't want to break it. So there it is. I think it's super cute. It's a little smaller than I expected. I think this is as small as I can go. I have a really hard time with small things like notebooks and paper and things like that. Again, I think it's tied to my vision being less than optimal. And I have relatively large handwriting. I just need more space, you know? And when this lies flat, it feels like a really good amount of space. Like I feel good about this. One page is better than some I have lying around. This, I like how wide it is. I like how it's wider. I'm fine with it being shorter. I don't need that skinny. I'm not really like taking it anywhere with me. I don't leave the house, but that's beside the point. You know, it's, this works for me. I like a broad area to work with. So let's use this page because it also is that kind of like glued to the other page. And I hate this. I don't know why anyone does this. It upsets literally everyone on the planet. Like, so now I gotta like fold it. And then it has like this stupid crease. I have a lot of feelings about this. Like, don't even put it in here. Just have this one, you know? I will sacrifice a page to not have this stupid glue spine situation. All right, let me grab some pens. That'll do. That'll do, pig. That'll do. And I don't really use pencils, so I'm not gonna grab a pencil. Ballpoint. Ink Joy, my favorite color of Mildliners right now. I always want to say Mildliner. Anyone else? Just me? A Stabilo, Boss, and the Sharpie pen that I hate. I have really strong feelings about pens that we will visit one day. And then, ooh, these are new. We can thank Cindy Baldo for getting me on the Zig Clean Color Dot train. Thanks, Cindy. And a Tombow, because they're all the rage. Now, I would just like to preface that I am a stationery hoarder. I have had many of these items in my collection for years as a student, as a just creative person, as a, you know, wannabe artist, and by no means do you need to have all these pens. Do you need 4 kinds of highlighters? It's obscene. I recognize that. That's why I'm trying to use them. I'm doing the same thing with notebooks. I know it's a really common theme, it seems, for like millennial women, and this desire to have nice, cute things that make us feel creative, even if we can't be creative. Not that we aren't creative, but that, you know, I think we put a lot of pressure on ourselves, and with this pandemic, it wasn't the birth of the side hustle that I'd hoped it to be. And, you know, working at a corporate 9-to-5 didn't give me the kick in the pants to do a side hustle. And I feel like there's a lot of us out there that have all these things because it ties us to the person we either once were, the person we want to be, we aspire to be. It's like a reminder that there's possibility still, that we can be creative, that we can do more than what we're doing, or that even if we're not doing it right now, we can always come back to it. Am I waxing poetic, waxing philosophical? Maybe, but pumpkin spice. But you know, that's just something I've noticed. And I don't think there's any shame in it, you know, as if those things bring you joy. Like my mom's kind of a hoarder, so I'm trying really hard not to be the literal like A&E intervention version of a hoarder. But if you collect things or if you have a slight excess, don't be ashamed, but maybe try and unlock what will get you to use it. You know, like that's what I'm working on. I'm trying, I'm trying really hard to not be precious about things like this, to not let them sit in a drawer and dry out and go to waste. I want to use them. Like this notebook, I've had it since 2018 and I'm very slowly working through it. And I used to be so tender with it, and it's like, why? I have more. It's meant to be used. If it's sentient, if it had a little notebook soul and it could think little notebook thoughts, I'm sure it would say, fuck yeah, I'm being used. I have a purpose. Isn't that what we all want, to have a purpose? All right, so enough of that. Let's get to testing. I'm gonna do it down here because that's easier for me to see with my rig and everything. So this is a Uni Pen fine line in 0.3. Uni Pen 0.3. I like this for inking. I'm doing some Inktober, October daily doodle shit, and I like those. I have a 0.8 that is my favorite. I don't love it in my Happy Planner because it smears, and I'm not here for that. But in like most of the other paper I have, it does really well. I have this Sharpie pen, which is ancient, and I should probably replace with like a real fine tip Sharpie pen because this asshole smears on everything. That's a sentence I didn't expect to say today. It's fine. It doesn't feel very Sharpie, but sometimes I use it. So let's just Sharpie pen. And then I'll also do some highlighting afterward. I'm not gonna do the whole smear thing because I feel like, I don't know, I'm just rambling. Have I mentioned this is my first YouTube video? Here is the Pentel Clenna. It is one of my faves. Although I have an Energel, which is exactly the same pen, just not imported from Japan, I don't think. And it kind of feels different. I kind of like it better, but the ink's the same. So here's the Clenna. I like how that looks. I like how it feels, but I also really like my Inkjoy. This one, what's interesting is it's scratchier for sure, and it does not write as well on things that have been markered or things that have been whiteouted. It can be a little finicky, which I don't love that for me. I got a ballpoint pen recently because I wanted to see, am I a gel girl? Do I just love gel pens, or could I be, you know, is there a use for the gel or for the ballpoint pen? So this is a Uni Jetstream. I actually really like it. It's like a little more saturated. It's still like not quite the right color of black, but compared to like a shitty hotel pen, it's pretty good. And they come in really cute colors, so. And then let us also test this Zig Dot. So cute. Man, it's so cute. I also have pink hair, if you didn't know. So pink's kind of my thing. Here's a Mildliner, my favorite color of the Mildliners. Ironically, this is one of the worst eyeliners I have, I think. They're so, I don't know, they just, almost anything smears with them, regardless of the paper. Although sometimes the paper that doesn't smear is not the paper I use all the time, so maybe it's more of like the paper I'm using problem and not the pen problem, but neither here nor there. And we have a Tombow. I don't do brush lettering. I'm just gonna put that out there right now if that's what you're here for. I don't do it. I write like a kindergartner, and it's not really something I'm gonna focus on or try, but I use these for artsy things. And let's just see. These had plenty of time. They've had like 30 seconds, minute, who knows, how they highlight. Smearage? No. Sharpie Pen, Clenna, Inkjoy, Jetstream. I'll hold those up to see how they did. You know? Not a lot of smearage. I usually have a real issue with that. So this paper, I'm into it. We're here for it. Now let's see what the back does. Yeah, okay. You can see that. Yeah, you can see that. So they all definitely ghosted, shadowed. I haven't Googled what the proper terminology is, but these bled through. This is all Stabilo here. It bled through more than the Tombow, but where it ends, you know, look where the swipe ends, it pooled. Mildliner definitely can see that, but there isn't that inky drop. And not a lot of ridging. Well, yeah, ridging here, here, here. The only ones that didn't ridge were those two, which would be the Uni Pen and the Sharpie, which makes sense. They have that more felted tip. And I do write like I'm holding a turkey leg and someone's trying to take it away from me. It's just like real hard. It's not that like that super thick paper, that like pure white where nothing comes through. It's not like a sketchbook, but it also isn't like the most distracting thing in the world. And obviously you're probably not going to be highlighting everything you write down because then it defeats the purpose of a highlighter. So let's just, here, I ruined my own test by highlighting literally everything. So let's just do another test of ballpoint, pull in the fine liner. My throat hurts. I'm not used to talking this much in a row because I don't leave my house. The Inkjoy and the Clenna. Let's do a Sharpie as well, just because they tend to be little bleedy boys, bleeding on through. So here you can see, I mean, it's just as visible with or without the highlight. I actually think it's more distracting without the highlight. The highlight kind of like gives you something else to look at, but this is just like, meh. On pen, whatever. It doesn't bother me at all for what this is going to be for me, which is going to be either a kind of like travel notebook if I ever leave my house again, or it's going to be just to like when I want to feel super cute, I'll go to this. If I ever, you know, have business meetings again, this is something I could see using for a specific purpose like that. Keeping notes from meetings, or who knows, or like a specific project. I like having different notebooks for different projects because I hate having to like flip through everything, and I'm like, I tried using Post-it notes and I hate them. They look like trash. So I don't know what I'm going to use this for, and I'm going to fight every urge within me to not be precious about it and not coddle it. What's great though, and that's why I really want to try Mossery, is only the cover is what's something that I would be protective of. The insert, who gives a shit? It's a cute little gray notebook, but like, it's the meat. It's not the exoskeleton, the beautiful baby pink covered in little cats with little seafoam green lines. Like, this is what I care about. And this just has to be functional and nice, and it is. And you can buy refills, and that's all I need, you know? So if I was gonna use this as like a sketchbook, I would want something bigger. Overall, this is super cute, well made, and just a delight, you know? They are a little pricey when it comes to shipping. That's the hardest part. They're coming internationally. I'm in California, so I can't really begrudge them that. There probably are discount codes. I didn't use one because I'm a ding dong, but they're out there. And if you can't afford it and you want to treat yourself to something nice, they have tons of covers from the more abstract and like painterly to cute little graphics like this. You can put whatever you want here. And it's just really nice. And if you're someone like me that gets immense joy when deliveries come in, you know, this will brighten your day. Well, thanks for coming along on this shaky and probably deeply embarrassing first ride. I am going to try and make this a habit. I have a lot of free time right now and a lot of desire to share myself with the world and have a little more meaning. That will be a probably recurring theme in when I talk about what I review. I am using a happy planner right now. I just got a plum paper planner specifically for goal setting. I have sketchbooks out the wazoo. So I'm not gonna be a brand loyalist because ain't nobody got time for that. I'm not part of a squad. But I mean, if you want to put me one, I'm not gonna say no. So just like stay tuned and see how this evolves and see what this becomes. And next time I will not have quite so grubby nails, so don't look at those. Thanks for coming along on the ride. I look forward to meeting anyone out there in the ether, and I hope to share some knowledge, share some feels, and let me know in the comments if you've tried Mossery, if you want to try Mossery, if you think having 4 cats is way too many cats, or if you are firmly on team have as many cats as you fucking want. All right, have a good one, fellow humans.